Hey everybody, Jeremy here. Today we're going to talk about this awesome 72 Dodge Charger and what makes it special. First off, I apologize, I have a cold, so a little bit groggly. Anyway, as you can see, we've been pretty busy. There's a few other things here. We'll get to those in other episodes. Like I said, today we're going to talk about this. Okay, so this is a 1972 Dodge Charger Rallye. Rallies were basically what took over the RT in 1972. 1971 was the last year of the RT badging, and 72 they went with the Rallye on the Chargers and the Challengers. On the Rallye Charger, basically what you got the power bulge hood, you got the cool louvered doors here. Those are a 1 year only door and only on the Rallies. They're really hard to find and they're really cool. You also got like front and rear sway bars, Rallye gauges, and there are a few other things. We'll go over what that all entailed later on in the video. This particular car, which makes it exceptionally cool, is this is one of only 165 Rallye 440 4-speed Dana hardtops. So really rare car, really cool, and it's the last year that you could get a 440 4-speed and a Dana. You can still get a 440 and an automatic in 73 and 74, but 72 was the last year of the 4-speed and Dana behind a 440, and the last year you could get a Dana in a car. So this car is also B5 blue with a black interior and the black calf vinyl top, and it has the hood treatment, and we'll go over a lot of those options later on in the video. It's not an original hideaway headlight car. However, I'm selling the car. It's going to be listed on eBay, and I know a lot of people really like the hideaway headlights, so I went ahead and threw in a set. The original grills, or the original style, in pretty much perfect condition, are sitting right there in the back seat, so whoever buys the car will have the option. This car is a bucket seat car, but it was a non-console car, which is kind of cool. As you can see, the Rallye gauges are there. There is some rust in the car, like it's going to definitely need some floor work, but overall it's not terrible condition. Aside from the appearances, I know it looks like the car is really incomplete, but the trunk has a whole bunch of parts. I have the numbers matching 440 block for it. I don't have the numbers matching 18 spline, but I do have a correct 18 spline with the dual position for the shifter. It does still retain the original Dana 60, and you probably see it under there. I mean, how can you miss it? The thing's huge. It's literally a truck rear end. It's got the RT style taillights, which was also part of the Rallye package. This is a really neat car, really rare, and it's really not in bad condition. There's some rust in the quarters and different places. It does have the fender tag and build sheet. We'll go over those later. The engine compartment's not terrible. I do believe that the inner fenders have been replaced at some point, but it's not too bad. Oh, another thing, because this was a 440 hypo, 4-speed, all of that, it has the skid pan on the K-frame, similar to a 6-pack car. So you kind of see that down there. It's really a neat car that just needs to be brought back, needs to be restored and enjoyed. Great colors too. Blue on black. Yeah. So, and then the engine block. So there's the block right there. I have verified it is the numbers matching and correct block. I believe that I have a crank for it and some other parts. We can round up some parts for it when it sells. And then this is the 18 spline. As you can see how big those splines are compared to like a 23. So that transmission is going to go with it along with the block and some other parts. The trunk's also full of a whole bunch of parts. So a lot of the trim that you see that's not on the car is in the trunk. And so, I mean, it's definitely buildable. There's a lot of good things there. It's gonna be a project for sure, but such a cool car. And like I said, one of 165 built. And then you break down the color and all the options and stuff. This is probably one of maybe 10, 15 like it, if that. Really neat car, really cool opportunity for somebody. So anyway, we'll get over and do the tag and the build sheet. Okay, so here's the documentation that I have for the 72 Charger Rallye. This one I have the build sheet, the fender tag, and something really cool that you don't see very often. This is the original title that was issued when it was bought. You can see that it was sold on November 26, 1971. You can see the VIN number here, which is the WH23U2A136276, which matches the VIN number right here, as well as the one on the fender tag. It's really hard to see. You can see it better on the back. And then the VIN number, as well as the body number and stuff like that on the car. What's cool is we actually have a new title for the car. So this is something that whenever or whoever buys it can just keep with it, just because it's really kind of cool. Shows where the car was purchased from, all of that stuff. But anyway, we're going to go over the actual fender tag and the build sheet and just kind of go over the options. So the fender tags, this is a Lynch Road car, which the A in the VIN number right here designates that. Those tags don't really show a lot of information, and this tag is kind of rough. You can, like I said, see what it says on the back. I have actually went through, this is like the gate number and whatnot, and it's legible. It starts with 07114, then it's a space 137239, and then 757 I think is like a radiator code, and then 050, which is the Dana 60. And then the only other thing it shows here is the 26, which is the radiator as well. V4X, which is the vinyl top in black. U code for the order number, and V21 for hood treatment. And then just some other stuff here. And it is all legible when you're actually holding the tag. Now, the build sheet, all of these codes down here read out the same exact way as they would on a fender tag. For instance, like this is A57. So you've got the A code and then the 57 right here. A57 is the Charger Rallye package. That included the dark argent grille, power bulge hood, which is also on here in the J code, J45. And then black hood treatment, which is V21. The simulated door louvers, which is also on here in, I think it's MO8 right here. So that shows it. So there's some things that are actually listed twice for whatever reason. This car is kind of cool. There's not a lot of options as far as some of the things. But it starts up here in the A code, B, C, F, G, H, all of that. So you can see like the B08 right here. That is 11x3 front drum brakes. And then B11 is the heavy duty drum brakes, front and rear. B28 is 11x2.5. Which is that right there. Then you've got like the C codes. Now what's kind of cool about this car, or kind of weird, is it is a bucket seat car, but it's no console and also no buddy seats. So it's just bucket seats with an open space in between. There's quite a few things. This car, like I said, so I'll just read out the options. You got like C23 here, rear armrest with ashtray. Then the C56 is bucket seats. C93 is carpeting. trying to see if there's any other cool, just to note, like the undercoating here. Like I said, I already talked about the hood. A lot of build sheets will have notes down here. This one does not. There's no significance really, but basic radio package with the rear speaker. All of these codes up here, these are very pertinent to the vehicle. So you can see right here, it is a U code, which means it was for like a special order for US specs. And then the Y14 code, that means it was a sales bank car. So it was basically sold prior to order. You've got things like the time, that was the time it was built, the specifics for the carpet. I mean, you even have like what pulleys, drive belts, the exhaust. This build sheet tells you literally everything about the car. Oh, now remember I told you on the fender tag it had 050 right here for the axle. See, it has it right there as well. And then the 757 is going to be on this tag somewhere, or on this build sheet somewhere. Oh, it's the engine code, 757, which was the 440 HP in this instance. Then you'll have the D21, I believe, on here for the carb. Or, sorry, the transmission, which is actually coded different on here. It's 863, which tells you is the 18 spline, where D21 on the fender tag just means 4-speed. Doesn't tell you it's a HEMI 4-speed, doesn't tell you it's a 23 spline. It just basically says 4-speed. This will tell you what the tires were, the color, so you can see like GB5 is the body color. V4X means that has the vinyl canopy top. Let's see, the interiors, TX9. This will tell you that it's bucket seats in black. Right here, the sure grip D91. Anytime there's the one there, it means it had a sure grip. Here's the here's the D21 for 4-speed, and the E86, which is also 440. There's just so much information if you learn how to decode these. And this is with not just Mopars, Fords, GM, they all had these build sheets. And if you learn how to read them or have books, they tell you literally everything about the car. And it's really kind of cool to learn how to understand the codes and how to read them. But anyway, I just wanted to show you all this stuff. This car is getting listed on eBay this weekend. So like February 25th, 2022. So it will be on eBay. So I can check it out. Our eBay is DD Auto Salvage, and there will be a link here. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. In the next week or two, I've got really cool stuff coming up with the find from Montana, the 446 pack, 70 Super B, and a couple other B bodies. And so be sure to check that out. As always, I really appreciate all of the views, the subscriptions, and thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.